everyone, how are you all doing? Today, we don't bring you a cat review. No, today we're going to bring you a Loch Ness review. Similarly to the big cats of Britain though, we've got some mental cases taking pictures on potatoes. So we should all know by now about the Loch Ness Monster. Some big snake lizard fish that is massive in a lake in Scotland. Now, this stems back hundreds of years of people who think they've seen a giant snake lizard fish. And as you can imagine, back when there were no photos, you could say any old waffle that you wanted. Could you imagine Jonathan McGowan back in those days? Yeah, so I was out looking for the rare saber-toothed tiger in Norwich when all of a sudden the rare blue-eyed black dragon came from the sky and burnt the trees. I must have seen this all for, I don't know, about 4 hours, but it's a government conspiracy. They don't want you to know about it. I then saw Bigfoot in the Avon just having a bath, and when I went to go talk to him, he turned into a bush. Just goes to show you that Bigfoot can shapeshift. So really, there's no excuse for it nowadays, eh? There's either a big snake lizard fish, or there isn't. Something that is mad though, is people still believe it's a thing. Like, it's an actual thing in that lake with today's technology. And I'm not talking people with cameras, like that isn't good enough anyway. Nah, I'm talking Google have literally gone aerial and got all of it, and they've gone underwater and got all of it on camera. They've got it all. Sonar is a thing for boats. Why hasn't that picked it up yet? Not to mention DNA from universities who seem to carry out tests there. Do you know what they bring back? Eel! Lots of eel. Now, if you don't know what an eel is, it's basically a snake fish. And they're not very big. So I think eels go up to about 80 centimetres long. So there it is. Boom, 80 centimetres. Oh, there's Nessie. There's Nessie, is it? Like, are people seeing these, do you reckon? Do you reckon that's what it is? Do you reckon some loony one day saw an eel and thought, I'm going to tell the lads that's a monster. They're going to bloody love it. Right, anyway, this comes from last month. Last month, a fella named Owen claims to have filmed the Loch Ness Monster for the second time this year. Not only that, he's apparently recorded it 4 times last year as well. Of course he has. Of course he bloody has. What a lucky guy, eh? What a... Ooh, lucky guy. He's obviously got an eye for waffle. I mean, sorry, credible accounts of mythical creatures. Right, anyway, let's just take a look at the footage. Right, I can't be arsed. I can't be arsed. I can't be arsed. I can't be arsed, man. This is literally the big cat stuff all over again. As if I haven't seen enough potato quality to last me a lifetime. We get this. What am I even looking at? 0 out of 10. I hate you for recording this, and I hate you lot for making me do this video. Well, to be quite honest, I thought Nessie had gone into quarantine, as for the past nearly 3 months, I did not get a glimpse of her. I thought my luck was bound to run out sometime, and I thought this was the time until this morning. And to my great surprise, Nessie came up out of the depths to say hello. Right, well, like I've already said, universities have been there, and most recently, Otago University went and did some research via DNA. They returned no abnormalities of large reptiles in there, just loads of DNA of bloody eel. They also suggested it could just literally be a pretty big eel people are seeing, and they're just waffling McGowan style. I mean, that's not exactly quote for quote what they said, but it pretty much is along those lines. You know what, Otago University? I think you're pretty spot on there. One thing that I want to point out about on this article as well is back in 2018, research was carried out about the Loch Ness Monster, and it was worth £41 million to the Scottish economy. £41 million. No wonder there's so much waffle about it. It's making them an absolute fortune. Maybe I'm going to set up the Leamington Lemur and I'm going to charge people for wildlife tours at night. Hang on a second. I think I could be onto an earner here. Do you know what I find especially mad about this as well? That Owen fella who said he keeps seeing a Loch Ness Monster, he's not even seeing it in the flesh. He's seeing it through a webcam. A webcam! They've got this thing. Oh my god, they've got this thing called the Loch Ness live cam, and Owen sits at home watching it. It's literally a stream of a lake. That's it. It's just some water and wind. This is honestly more mental than the big cat stuff. Some fella is sat there on his computer in Ireland looking at a live stream of a lake in Scotland and reckons he's seen a monster half a dozen times. Are you actually having a laugh here or what? There is literally a YouTube page streaming a lake. It's in 360p. It's not even in HD. But Owen from Ireland is adamant he's seen the Loch Ness Monster. Right, so I've decided I'm going to sit here and watch this stream. I'm going to look for the Loch Ness Monster. Right then, let's crack on with this, shall we? I'm going to spot me a Nessie. Is that one there? I can't tell. There's only like 3 pixels on the screen. Hey, it's 9 o'clock. Right, I'm getting a drink. This is doing my head in. Loch Ness Monster. Blah, blah. I miss anything? April 10th of this year in Kaylin Wangle, great name, she saw something unexplained for 7 minutes. 7 whole minutes of unexplainedness. Shall we take a look at her sighting? Are you actually joking with my life here or what? This has been recorded as an official sighting. I know we're in a lockdown or whatever, and we're all sat at home, we're pretty bored, but like, how bored have you got to be sitting at home watching a live stream of a lake in Scotland, and it's not even in HD. You sat there thinking, do you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to look for the Loch Ness Monster via live stream. You may as well watch grass grow in 360p and try and count how many ants you can see. This is doing my head in. This is doing my head in. So I'm going to bring you the last sighting now, and this one is by far the best. Satellite images produced this for us, and my days, like, that's pretty good. That has to be conclusive evidence, does it not? Like, what else could it be? It's a boat that sank. How disappointing. This is to Nessie fans what bloody Labradors are to big cat fans, isn't it? Imagine that. Imagine getting shafted by a boat because you thought it was a giant snake lizardfish. And that's where I'm going to end this shambles. I'm never doing this ever again. And I hate you all for suggesting this to me. It's not real. It never was real. And I don't get why people think it is. So this is going to get a final Loch Ness review of minus 10 out of 10. It's a myth. Anyway, next up on stuff that I don't want to cover but you lot want me to is Bigfoot, the definitely real ape man that just casually strolls about North America. What's that? Huh? McGowan's just seen him. Where? Bournemouth. So I guess I'll see you for that one. Make sure you subscribe with notifications on, because seriously, if you've got this far into this video and you haven't, you are as bad as Owen, the Nessie fanatic. Can we also get a big fat like on this video? Let's aim for 50 likes on this one. That would be class. It's a top quality video, eh? So you better do it. Anyway, I've been Cookie. This has been... I've hated it. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.